following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's... see what this is about. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The kick is good. Makes the score Saints 7, Cowboys 0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Cowboys take over at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Caught by Cobb. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Elliott on 1st down going absolutely nowhere as he'll lose about 3 on the play. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike, go. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. That's complete to Cobb. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Breeze going to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
46.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll take a shot for the end zone. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now Prescott dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. It's Hill. Complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Breeze. Again's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 29, Breeze under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Contender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And his throw here is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it's going to be 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Prescott yet again. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Ready. 95, 56. 54. Here we go.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Breeze going to throw here. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
We got this. On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. Well, they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right, and an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
And the Saints first down.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 55, Mike. Watch the run.
Now Kamara. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Cowboys take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Completion was given up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, set. 380. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Brady. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's not often that we put the word overthrow next to the name Tom Brady.
His accuracy is so good that when there are misses, they're usually not by much. So when we see one like that, look,
scratch your head a little bit.
Scratch your head. We're chuckling about the whole thing. Let's see how fired up he gets about it, though, because you know he likes to atone for his errors.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Here we go. Sugar.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, Pete. Big series right here.
Now Brady on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20. At the 15.
Wait, set. 380. Check, 41. Watch the backer. Motion. 41. Right, 28.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Brady to throw again. This is White on the screen. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Watson escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA. Sports.
Texans nothing.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. It's Watson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Room here to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, 27 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Bennett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. From the end zone, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 29. Here we go. 9, let's go.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.